Hey, it's Miss Christina, bringing another preschool story time. Are you ready? Me too. Okay, it's time for a story. And today we're doing friendship. So we're going to read a book about Mr. Rogers. You Are My Friend, written by Amy Reed. In the springtime, when everything was growing and green, Freddie Rogers had to stay inside. Flowers made him sniffle. Plants made him sneeze. Freddie had allergies. Freddie had other illnesses too. He spent many days in bed. Sometimes he had to stay inside for weeks at a time. Being sick made it hard to make friends. Often, when Freddie felt sad or mad, lonely or scared, he kept his feelings inside. But he wanted someone to know how he felt. Freddie found that he could talk about his feelings with puppets. He gathered them around him on his bed. That way, it seemed as though he was with a whole group of friends. When Freddie went to school, sometimes he was bullied. Neighborhood boys yelled mean words at him as they chased him down the street. Grown-ups told Freddie to pretend the mean words didn't hurt, but they did. Hiding his feelings didn't work. They grew stronger. Sometimes, when he was all alone, Freddie cried. Freddie found it difficult to speak out about his feelings, but he learned he could express them on the piano. If he was angry, he played loud, low notes that sounded like thunder. He played high, sweet notes for happiness. Freddie felt better after he shared his feelings through his music. Freddie's mother gave him a way to deal with his worried feelings. She told him to look for people who were helping. Freddie began to look for helpers right in his own neighborhood. He liked to visit Mama Belle Frumpkin. She welcomed him and showed him how to make toast sticks all by himself. Freddie liked the good feelings of learning something new from his neighbor. Freddie's grandmother, McFeely, was an important friend. Fred loved to visit his grandparents' farm with its big stone wall. One day, Fred went into the room where all the adults were talking. No one looked his way. Fred asked if he could walk on the big stone wall. Then everyone looked his way. Most of the grown-ups said, "No, you might get hurt." But Grandpa McFeely said, "Yes." Fred climbed and walked and then even ran on the wall. When at last Fred came back inside, he had a skinned knee, but he was happy. His grandpa told Fred that he liked him just the way he was. He said Fred was special and that just by being himself, Fred made the day special too. Fred let those words sink deep inside him. As he thought about them, he felt braver. He began to speak up. He tried new things. He reached out and made friends, even with people who weren't like him. One day, when Fred was grown up, he saw a television program. People were throwing pies in each other's faces. Fred did not like the pie throwing, but he thought television could be wonderful. What if, instead of showing people frightening, TV could show people helping one another? Right then, Fred decided that was what he wanted to do. Fred created a television show for children. He remembered all of the people who had helped him as he was growing up. He thought of his neighbor, Mama Belle Frampton, who was always glad to see him. He wanted to share that good feeling with children everywhere. Fred wrote a happy, welcoming song to sing as the beginning of each show. He called his program Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, and he called the people who watched it his neighbors. Have you seen Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood? That was one of my favorite shows when I was growing up. At first, Fred felt shy to be in front of the camera, but he found out that his grandpa was right. Just by being himself, Fred made his show special. Fred told stories with puppets. He played music that he wrote. He invited helpers to show what they liked to do or explain how things worked. Fred took his television camera to visit a farmer who had milked cows. He asked a friend to show how people dig with big machines. Another helper played the cello, and another shared how to cook. Have you seen those episodes? Fred explained to his neighbors that feelings were important. You could talk about them, or you could show your feelings in other ways, just like him. If you were mad, you could pound clay or run really fast. If you were sad, you could sing a song, soft and low. If you were happy, you could dance. Fred helped people learn to like themselves. He helped them to be good neighbors. Fred never forgot how his grandpa made him feel. Over and over, he would look right into the camera and pass along the important words that changed his life. You've made this day a special day by just being you. There's no person in the world like you, and I like you just the way you are. The end. Okay, it's time for a song. And now we're going to do Ants Go Marching In. We're going to go up to number 5. Are you ready? The ants go marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching one by one. The little one stops to suck his thumb, and they all go marching down to the ground to get out of the rain. Boom, boom, boom. The ants go marching 2 by 2, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching 2 by 2, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching 2 by 2. The little one stops to tie his shoe, and they all go marching down to the ground to get out of the rain. Boom, boom, boom. The ants go marching 3 by 3, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching 3 by 3, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching 3 by 3. The little one stops to climb a tree, and they all go marching down to the ground to get out of the rain. Boom, boom, boom. The ants go marching 4 by 4, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching 4 by 4, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching 4 by 4. The little one stops to shut the door, and they all go marching down to the ground to to get out of the rain. Boom, boom, boom. The ants go marching 5 by 5. Hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching 5 by 5. Hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching 5 by 5. The little one stops to take a dive, and they all go marching down to the ground to get out of the rain. Boom, boom, boom. Good job. Okay, it's time for a story. And now we're going to read Why? Written by Laura Seeger. Why? Asked the rabbit. Because flowers need water to grow, said the bear. Why? Because they are very far away. Why? Because it tastes so good. Why? Because I ate too much. Why? Because I am way too big to fit. Why? Wind. Why? Gravity. Why? Because they are flying south for winter. Why? 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 I don't know why. Sometimes I just don't know why. Don't go, said the rabbit. Why? Asked the bear. Because then I would miss my friend. That's why. The end. Okay, it's time for a song, and we're going to do Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. You ready? Get our stars out. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Good job. Okay, and now it's time for a craft. Today, we're going to be making a friendship bracelet created by the Nerd's Wife. Some of the things we'll need is plastic straws, pipe cleaners, and scissors. The first thing we want to do is to cut the straws into a 1/2 inch or up to 1 inch pieces, and those are going to be our beads. Then we're going to string the beads onto the pipe cleaners. Then, once we have all of our beads, we can twist and tie the pipe cleaner so it's shut. And you now are a proud creator of your very own bracelet. Well, that's it for today. But don't forget, we have so many virtual story times just waiting for you on our YouTube channel and our YouTube playlist. You can also go to cityofcorona.com/library for all of our additional e-media. We still have our Click, Park, and Pick Up that you can participate in, which is my favorite as it's so easy. And if you enjoyed today's video, be sure to subscribe so you can get notified every time we have a new story time. See you next time.